Hey everybody, we are back again to talk a little college
football.
This
is our week 1 predictions.
Yes.
Not predictions.
Week 1 recap. We got
slip of the word there.
Yeah. We've had week 1's already over. I mean, college football's already started and it's going on.
It's already going on.
So we are going to do a little recap from
week 1.
And then we'll do week 2.
Week 2 predictions.
No, we do predictions. We'll go ahead and start out. Again, we are going to recap the top 15 teams in college football. We're not going to recap all the games. That would take like forever. So we just try to keep it to the top 15 teams and the games they play. So we'll start out with number 1. Clemson played Georgia Tech this week.
Trevor Lawrence didn't go off to a fantastic start.
It wasn't a fantastic start. They still won 52-14. We called that one pretty good.
Oh yeah.
We said that clobbered them, so we called that pretty good. I said Trevor Lawrence still threw a couple picks, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it wasn't
rough start.
It wasn't beautiful, but they got the job done.
But they did get the job done. So yeah.
And then again, the number 2 team in the country, Alabama. Sorry, slip of the tongue. It's hard to not. Alabama played Duke, and Duke kept it close. I mean, at halftime, what was it? It was
3-14.
It was 14-3 at halftime. They kicked it in gear.
Duke didn't really have the talent.
No, they lost their quarterback to the Giants, and they're a young team. They lost 42-3, and we call that one too. I believe the line was 34, and
I think we believe that Duke was kind of fed to the wolves there in that game.
Yeah, they were sort of fed to the wolves there. So they won by 39. Line was 34, so they did cover the line. There's not a lot of juicy games to talk about in week 1 because there's a lot of.
It's just a beginning stretch for these teams.
Yeah, number 3 Georgia played Vandy. That is a inside the SEC matchup, but it's still Vandy. So. They won 30-6. Honestly, I thought that might have been a little bit bigger than that. Vandy may have a little better defense than what we think, maybe.
Or Georgia might not have a great of an offense.
As we think, because they did lose their offensive coordinator. So, you never know. Number 4 team in the country. This was actually a pretty exciting game. Oklahoma played Houston.
Oh, yeah, that's a very interesting game.
That might be.
We got our treasure of the week. I want to try to put this on the college football recap and predictions.
Yeah, we got a treasure of the week, and then we got a stinker of the week. Our treasure of the week is Jalen Hurts. What the crap, dude?
3 touchdowns through the air and 3 touchdowns through the ground.
It is unreal. I'm going to pull up a little box score here just so I can get his stuff right. He was 20 of 23. That's right. 3 incompletions. And somebody probably dropped one of those or something. So he was 20 of 23, 332 yards passing, which is a 14.4 average.
Wow.
So every time he threw the ball, he averaged a first down.
Wow.
3 touchdowns, 0 picks, with a QBR of 98.7. And then let's see, who was the best running back they had? Oh, that was Jalen Hurts, too. He had 16 rushes for 176 yards.
That is over 500 yards of offense from one player.
He averaged 11 yards a carry.
That is
so
incredible.
Every time he touched the ball, he averaged a first down.
That is incredible.
They hiked him the ball, and he got a first down.
Oklahoma's offense looks scary.
That is 508 yards of offense. He had 3 rushing touchdowns also. So 508 yards of offense. Six. That's
incredible.
6 touchdowns.
He is our treasure of the week.
He is our treasure of the week. So, yeah, that might...
And that led to an Oklahoma win.
Yeah, that was Oklahoma won 49-31 because they played Big 12 defense. I mean, they gave up 31 points. But Houston's not a pushover team. Anyways, we spent enough time on that one. But that was our That was our treasure of the week. We had number 5, Ohio State playing FAU, Florida Atlantic.
Well, I guess they got the Atlantic. Florida Atlantic just got sent back to the Atlantic coast.
Yeah, it was 45 to 21. So it was pretty much
Ohio State pretty much dominated them. In other words.
Yeah, we had number 6. LSU played Georgia Southern to the woodshed, son.
To the woodshed. To the back.
They took them to the back and 55-3. And I think they felt sorry for him to let him have the 3. That was just a crazy.
Joe Burrow had a great game passing. I think he had like 5 or 6 touchdown throws on the day.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an incredible performance from LSU all around.
Mm-hmm. And then we had number 7. As I scroll through here trying to find out, Michigan played Middle Tennessee. It was 40-21. It wasn't a blowout. I thought that would be a.
Yeah, okay, that surprised me a little bit.
It makes you wonder a little bit about Michigan.
Jim Harbaugh, folks. You never know what you're going to get with him.
Get there. And speaking of sort of a little bit of a surprise, Florida played Miami. I think we already recapped that game, but
they just looked bad.
They looked
from
bad.
The get-go.
They won 24-20. They were favored by 6, I believe it was, and couldn't pull it, and they looked bad. And they're actually not number 8 this week, but we'll recap that here in just a minute. We had number 9. Notre Dame played Louisville, handled them pretty well, 35-17. We picked that one because Louisville's a little bit of a
they're in tatters a little bit.
Yeah, we had Texas at La Tech. Texas took care of them pretty easy, 31 points, 45-14. Again, that was a warm-up game there, too. Oregon played Auburn. That was probably the game of the week.
That was the game of the week.
Oregon dominated 21-3 most of the game, and then Auburn realized, hey, whoosh, mate, we're playing football. And they pulled out and won with
It seems like deja vu for Oregon, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oregon choking against Auburn.
It was a touchdown with how many seconds left?
9.
9 seconds left.
In the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, and Auburn threw the game. They were down 21-20 and threw that game-winning touchdown. But that was some good football.
I feel like that was more of an Oregon choke than anything. I mean, 21-6 in the third quarter, deep in the third quarter. You should have had that game in the bag if you knew how to play consistently.
Were they in Atlanta playing? Okay. We had number 12, Texas A&M, taking on Texas State. A&M won 41-7. That was pretty easy, 34 points.
Well, A&M did show promise in that game.
Mm-hmm. It was a hard game to judge. Most of these are like Washington, number 13, played Eastern Washington, beat them by 33 points, 47-14. It's hard to judge a lot from that one too because it's just a slaughter fest.
Oh yeah, Washington State was pretty much that was more of a tune-up game than anything else.
Mm-hmm. And then we have number 14, Utah took on BYU. It was a closer game, 30-12, but they still handled them pretty well.
Their defense did.
Yeah. And then last but not least, number 15, Penn State beat the living crap out of Idaho. That is the butt kicking of the week. Who do you want to make as our
stinker
of the week? Who was our stinker of the week?
That is easy.
What's
the Tennessee Volunteers.
That's our stinker of the week. Lost the worst loss maybe in the history of Tennessee football.
I'm just going to go off a little bit here and just say that team looked putrid.
I don't know. This looked like they wasn't ready. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about it because honestly, I've decided to pull back off of Tennessee and just let this year happen. And just whatever happens, happens. But
disappointment sank in there, huh?
Yeah,
it did sink in.
I know what would make me happy, and let's jump into week 2 and do some predictions.
Oh yes,
just some really quick predictions here. Maybe the game of the week. Clemson is actually starting out this week playing Texas A&M, number 1 versus number 12.
All right, let's go. This is some good
old football. I'm still gonna. It's in Clemson. I mean, they're playing the good old Patriot way. They're playing their hard game at home. But I'm going to pick Clemson to win that. But this is a good judge for A&M. How
will they play? They played well last year.
How good are they in year 2 with Jimbo?
How good are they? This will be the game that will judge them from here on out.
Definitely. Even if they lose it, is it a 4-point game, 5-point game, 10-point game? The line's 17.5 points. I'm like,
that's too much.
I think That's not much. I would probably take A&M and the points, but I still think Clemson's going to win. Let's go down to number 2, Alabama. And they're playing the Alabama way. They're playing New Mexico State.
I swear, they don't really schedule that many hard games outside of the SEC.
No, this is the leave it alone. The line is 55.5 points. That's the line of the way. I'm not going to touch that.
I'm not touching
I'm not touching that at all. We got Georgia playing Murray State. Man, it's another suck game. I'm not touching that line either. That line's 50.5 points. Georgia's going to win by 40 or 50 points, but I'm not touching it. That's just horrible. And then, we got some stinkers here in week 2. We got Oklahoma, number 4, taking on South Dakota. They're favored by 40 points. Honestly, I'll probably take Oklahoma there. After Jalen just destroyed people,
He's gonna score 10 touchdowns.
I mean, he was that good against Houston. What's he going to do against South Dakota?
He's gonna score 10 touchdowns,
Maybe 10
5
touchdowns.
passing, 5 rushing.
Yeah. We got number 5 this week. Ohio State playing Cincinnati. Going to pick Ohio State to win that one too, since he's not got the caliber to keep up with.
They don't have the caliber of talent that Ohio State has.
No, they definitely don't. They're not a bad team, but they're not a good. They're not going to win.
They're not a fantastic one.
And then we have. This is the game of the week. I mean, A&M and Clemson is going to be juicy, but check out this one. It'll make your mouth water. LSU, Texas.
Oh, that is a really good one.
Man, that's a good game.
That is a great game.
Oh, just a slobber knocking. Good game. I'm picking the Tigers.
I'm picking LSU too. I mean,
I
think LSU will outlast Texas in the end. It will be a close game.
I'm gonna say I'm picking LSU to win the SEC this year.
Wow,
that's a shocker. Did I say that out loud? I think LSU might win the SEC this year.
But we do predict LSU to outlast Texas in the end of that ball game.
Yes, we are. And then we got Michigan Army. Michigan looked bad, but I still think they win by 20-plus points.
Army has been pesky before,
yeah,
as of recently.
And they did win last week, so it's a 1-0 versus a 1-0. But this is the game. If Michigan loses this one, then this is the beginning of the end. But I still think I think they'll win by 17, 20 points. And then after that we got the number 8. Who is number 8 this week? Does number 8 not play this week? Florida was number 8. Who's number 8 now? Do you remember who number 8 was? Look up number 8 on your phone there.
Research
time. I don't think number 8 plays this week. Florida was number 8 last week, but they looked horrible, so they actually dropped down to number 11.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame. And
Notre Dame is not playing this week.
No, Notre Dame has a bye this week, so we don't have to worry about talking about Notre Dame. We already talked about number 9, Texas, because they're playing LSU. So now we jump on down to number 10, Auburn, taking on Tulane.
Auburn should take them by the woodshed.
Yeah, 20-plus points. I think they win that one pretty good. Number 11, Florida. Again, they were number 8 last week. They dropped to number 11. They're taking on UT Martin. Florida will win that.
Florida is going to win that game.
And they'll probably win it handily. It could be 40 points. Even though they look bad, this is still a lesser caliber team. So, you have to go with it. And then we have number 12. We've already talked about number 12, Texas A&M taking on Clemson. So don't have to worry about that. We got number 13, Utah this week. Utah went to 13. They're playing Northern Illinois.
They should handle that game pretty good.
That's a 3-touchdown game, yeah. And then we will jump on to number 14. Washington taking on Cal. I think that'll be an interesting game.
That's an interconference game.
I still pick Washington. I think Washington will win.
Washington will win against Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Cal clearly doesn't have the talent that Washington has.
Mm-hmm. And then Penn State, even after scoring 79 points, is 15th. And they take on Buffalo. I think they win that pretty easily.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be pretty easy to do. But that's it. That is our predictions for week 2.
And our recap of week 1.
Be sure and hit the like button. Be sure and hit the subscribe button. Leave some comments. Let us know what you think about the good games this week. Let us know what you think.
Hit the groovy baby button.
Hit the like, the subscribe, the groovy baby. Other than that, we are gone until next week.
Happy football, everybody.
Happy football.
See you next week.